What is going on? What is everybody up to?
Hello, hello. Happy early Halloween.
Well, this is the Halloween.
Hey, David. Gene can't talk today, so we have a real quiet. You have to listen to me instead.
Yeah, Gene can't talk.
Yep. Dilbert doesn't speak.
So if you would like to trash talk Gene, here's your chance.
Renee, then.
Hello, Renee. Hello, Greg. Hello, David.
That's so cool. Your helmet almost sounds like it's got an echo effect, but like a Star Wars sound.
Well, it's supposed to. It's Star Wars.
Well, that is true. That is true.
It's very heavy. And like it sits on my shoulders.
Can you see the bill?
Kind of. I have to like.
Yeah, you and Gene both. If we're gonna see the top of your heads all night.
Just do it all by feel.
Well, I'm not building anything. I'm trying to sort these random pieces that I've taken out of the capital and build detail pieces.
Oh my gosh. Wayne's got somebody hit Wayne in the head. He's dripping blood.
Kratos.
Yep.
There's supposed to be a way to tighten this thing. Oh, that's better. Still can't see crap, but it's better. Greg, don't add the ornithopter. Wait till it goes on sale. It's a piece of crap.
Yeah, I saw you did a short on it or a reel on it, but I didn't get a chance to hear it with any volume. I don't remember where it was, but I'll definitely watch it.
But it's like $150, and it's only 1,300 pieces. You're not really getting anything too special. The guardianship is 160, and it's almost 2,000 pieces. So there's no reason for it to be that expensive.
Well, I think he just said, just kidding.
That's good. Greg, did you see they dropped the next Technic motorcycle build? It's a Kawasaki. I'm going to bail on this thing.
You're bailing on it? Gene lasted longer than you?
Well, I'm swapping.
You're swapping. Okay. What are you swapping to?
This is much easier.
Your screen?
Yeah.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
Plenty of time for the ornithopter to get some hate since it's got a February 1st release.
I mean, it really doesn't look that bad. The one thing that I don't understand is that's like a ship that is almost, I know it's futuristic like Star Wars, but once again, it's military. What's going on, EXO? And it's, I mean, like I said, I don't see the price value there.
It's definitely not for me.
It's sad to say that when something like that comes out and it's more expensive than a Disney set. The Speed Champion sets do look good. I definitely want the Audi, and I'm probably going to break down and buy the Mustang, even though I don't like Mustangs. I wish they would have done like an older. I mean, I guess it's too violent, but it would have been cool if they'd done the one from like John Wick, or even if they'd done the one from like Gone in 60 Seconds to have that fastback. That Shelby GT350.
Look up every once in a while, Dilbert, so they can see your face. All we see really is the crown of your head.
Yeah, the BMW Coupe can be really cool.
Where are those Speed Champions?
They're not out yet. They're So the next 4 that are dropping, there's a 2 BMW pack, there's an Audi by itself, and then there's a Mustang Dark Horse.
Let me give me mom's phone.
The BMW pack is supposed to have like Le Mans style car and like a GTR car. What is everybody up to tonight? Somebody did call me out on my my video of the Ornithopter though. They asked me why I was complaining about it being too expensive with 3 shelves of Brick Mania behind me. Like, got them. Pretty nice not being able to hear Gene talk. Yeah, but the McLaren F1 is supposed to be a little bigger, isn't it, Craig? Exo said he is prepping for this weekend. He is debuting the completed Alien Hive. Even with a mask on, I can tell when reddish brown breaks.
Okay.
EMS, you literally have tonight. If you don't do it tonight, you don't get a chance to win. I have to stick with the rules
pull
on
some
that.
parts for that.
Do what?
Maybe I should go pull some parts and put something together.
What's going on, Big Nate? Yeah, they have said it a bunch that if it gets submitted tomorrow, we're not counting it. We'll show it, but we won't count it. I know that we had a lot more participate than we thought. Hopefully, we have a bunch of cool since I'm one of the big people in it, me and Lene, we get all the, I guess, like the picture. Well, I guess Hive does too, but I already know which one I'm voting for to win. Nothing's beat it yet. There's been some really cool stuff. But someone stepped their game up.
Did you post yours? Is yours up already?
No, I'm not showing a picture of mine because I don't want Lene to get a head start. I don't think Hive's going to be able to build something, which he said that he probably wasn't going to get a chance to anyway. So it's really just me versus Lene, and I don't want Lene to see mine. Because it's easier to build if you know what you're going up against. They keep muting and closing their camera so he can take his mask off, and that's cheating. Don't be a sore loser, Gene.
He's not here, but happy birthday to Iceberg Brix. Just saw that he's got a birthday today.
Oh, Mel?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. He's getting tonight he'll be playing D&D. He's on that D&D crew.
With Hive and
Jesse and all them, yeah. I do not understand D&D at all. I don't really like it.
I haven't played since the 80s.
So if I do this, it's going to be too tall. How do you unlock a phone? But yeah, they D&D is just one of those things, like even watching them play, I don't know. I don't. It's not something that's for me. I don't. It's really like slow paced. Renee says she's almost finished. He'll probably not win, but I just want to practice mocking skills. I mean, Renee, if you really want to, I can just send my pictures in and say that it's yours. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Greg, how is Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 is supposedly supposed to be really good.
I know it's out. I just haven't seen anything about it. I've been tied up with Red Dead Redemption 2 content as I start playing again.
I honestly could not get into Red Dead 2, and I got into Red Dead 1 a lot.
Yeah, the dude was.
I need something to put on the shelf so I don't have an empty hole. I wonder.
Okay, let's see what.
I don't want to have an empty spot here. I mean, I guess it really don't matter. There's a bunch of empty spots. If I do that, though, I'm going to move this over.
Nope, Paul's good. Are you muted? Nope, you're on. Okay. All right, I'm back to be his voice.
Greg said, who are you rooting for, the Texas Rangers or the Arizona Diamondbacks? Well, I know the Diamondbacks won versus the Philly won, right? Philly won.
So Arizona beat the Phillies last night.
Did they? That's what. Yeah, that's. I know.
Okay.
And I don't really know. I haven't liked the Texas Rangers ever.
Well, they haven't been in a playoff, I think, since 2011. I believe is the last time they made this round. So they seem to be pretty excited. Huh?
The Rangers have never won a World Series.
Yeah. And I think, they were saying this is
I'm rooting for the Rangers.
Yep. I'm going for Texas. Texans. Of course, if you like the Cowboys, you got to like the Rangers too. So, how you doing over here, Deborah? Thumbs up. You okay? All right.
The Diamondbacks beat my Yankees in 2001, so I'm not rooting for them.
You're a Yankees fan?
Yeah, I'm from Connecticut.
I knew it. Explains it all. I'm a Braves fan if it comes to baseball, but I haven't watched baseball in I don't know how long.
So, have you heard from Renee?
You mean Lene?
I know Renee's on. Renee's on. Yeah, I was reading it. Sorry.
Renee said, I think she's putting an outfit on. I don't know. It's annoying to unlock my phone right now, so. I need to build some shelves, but I don't have any of the pieces I need for the library stuff.
I love your mask, but I love your conversation more.
I don't. It's really nice.
Richard. You have nightmares.
You can add all the trophies from the teams in the playoffs, and they still don't come close to the Yankees. Connecticut gave us the worst gift ever, the Bush family. Stud said, you tell me, Whiskey, that was painful when the Diamondbacks beat the Yanks, but that year.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a storybook season. You're 2 months after 9/11, the Yankees win the World Series. Like that would have been a storybook ending.
How? It's 2 years after. Two years later. Do what?
No, not 2 years later. It was a 2001 World Series.
Oh, I thought you said 2 years later.
No, 2 months later.
Gotcha.
Pretty cool build there, Dilbert. You got a scarecrow skeleton or scarecrow
What's going on,
skeleton.
alternate candidate? Stud said that year I think I came down the last game against the D-backs too. I was in the bar. I remember that game. The place was pissed. I've never been anywhere where like a big team. Well, I take that back. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and my wife had never been to a football game before, and they played the Panthers. So we went to the Panthers stadium to watch them play, and the stadium, believe it or not, was like 85% Eagles fans, and the Panthers fans were just completely mad that they were getting killed in that game.
Hey, Stud, I was 12 miles off the coast of Pakistan watching that game.
So this one's a 3-in-1. I could do a witch, a cat, or a dragon.
Do the dragon.
Yeah, but I think it's going to leave me too many pieces extra. I don't have a witch. Brickhead.
I need to, speaking of all that, I got the 3-in-1 castle over there that I need to take apart.
And by the way, I only have 9 more orders and I hit 5,000.
You jumped up that many?
Yep. I was busy today. I had 8 orders just today. It was crazy. I'd get done, come upstairs to start tearing apart, and sure enough, my phone would buzz. I was like, okay, back down I go.
More than likely, you're going to hit it tomorrow.
That's what Gene's thinking. All right, should they Dilbert?
I've got the cart ready.
Well, I'll text you when I get like 2 short of it.
Right now, you're 10 short of it.
Shouldn't be.
It says order 4,990.
Nope, I did 91. I'll double check my numbers. But I'll check. He's looking now.
Stud said the Yanks sucked this year. I didn't pay much attention to baseball, though. Whiskey, try having 2 brothers and a father as Red Sox fans. My dads and siblings hated the Yanks, and we live not far from the stadium.
I disown my family. There was a long period of time where I really got into baseball. And after that period, life was up. I just quit completely. I really like. Scott, I think Bristol is 2/3 Red Sox fans and 1/3 Yankees fans.
It's hot.
Yeah, you need to air out a little bit.
I like some of the older players. I don't know any of the newer players. Like I really like Greg Schmaltz and Greg Maddux, Chipper Jones, all those players.
Oh, we had one sale that was not through Brickin. Hostler.
That's right. Okay.
Ooh, Gene's talking.
Yeah, he's looking up your information to see what it was.
Gene's talking, not Dilbert.
Yeah, Dilbert's got Gene's face all red. So he's coming up for air.
He must be touching his funny button. Stud said up here in Bristol, there are some Red Sox fans. Hartford, Connecticut is split.
Put his in the system.
Yeah. So technically, Richard wants to hit number 5,000 on Bricklink, so he needs to be 5,001 in the database.
Okay. All right. Now I understand.
Man, it is not cool to be finding pieces in this map.
No, you need to come up for air too, probably. I don't need you two passing out on me. I'm gonna go get him a lemonade.
A lemonade.
Yeah, I bought some Simply Lemonade.
Are you putting whiskey in that?
Not with a red face, no.
Why? That's what makes the red face. I don't know what else to put on here as like items. I've only got so many options. I don't think there's any sports that I really keep up with too much anymore.
Just baseball for me.
So did you see my post on Richard? Did you see my post on Facebook?
About what?
The kid that used to help us make sorghum syrup just signed with the Arizona Cardinals yesterday.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I don't know of any don't get me wrong, like I don't watch every game, but I keep up with what's going on in on the Eagles. We just signed Mr. Julio Jones.
I'll get you dogs a treat.
Hopefully there's something good that happens with all that. What happened on the NYC news? Oh crap, I dropped a piece. I've been in New York one time. Other than that, I've not really been to a northern Yankee state like that. See, down here, boys, we got NASCAR. We don't need no baseball.
I'm a convert. Is that what it is? I changed to Formula One.
The fact that you have to ask Gene what you like means that you don't like it all that much.
No, I like Formula One because they make more than just left turns all day.
So does NASCAR now. They're making them do circuit tracks.
But they have to complain. They whine about it.
I don't like NASCAR. I was just joking. I have not watched NASCAR in a very long time.
Yeah, we even either.
When Dale died, so did my heart.
Yeah, that was really rough.
Wait, did you hear that?
What?
He just admitted that Dale died.
I never said he didn't die.
He hangs out with Elvis.
First of all, Dale Earnhardt would never hang out with somebody like Elvis.
Really?
Elvis wasn't cool enough for Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, okay. You say so. All right, here's a witchy. I'm gonna build the witchy.
The evil woman.
That's right.
Where do we put this?
I can put
Why
her on
in
my
the
stool.
world would you call Tori an evil woman while she's on stream next to you?
I know he's teasing. We had crawfish boudin balls today for dinner. They were good.
Is that some of the stuff y'all brought back?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good. I don't remember having the crawfish before, and it was good.
We've only had one crawfish and we split, and that was down at Billy's.
Oh, okay. Well, it was good tonight. I mean, that was good stuff.
So, with the topic being superheroes, who's y'all's favorite superhero?
Oh, I didn't even see the topic of superheroes.
I didn't either. Those are good costumes for kids, though. You don't see that very much anymore. The younger ones, maybe, but not beyond kindergarten or first grade.
What,
who's my
superheroes?
favorite? Yeah, for costumes for young kids. You just don't see them as much as you used to, you know.
It's because Marvel is like dying off.
I know. Iron Man you'll still see some of those costumes. Who did I used to like the most?
Me.
Well, that's true, but I mean, you are a superhero, so you're my superhero.
Don't build Gene's ego up like that.
Hercules.
Please. Ooh, that was old. I think Superman. I still like Superman.
God, y'all are lame.
I know. Sorry.
Why? So I have a question. Why do you like Superman?
He's
Is he super?
he's he's Superman. He can fly.
So can everybody else.
Wonder Woman can't fly. Aquaman can't fly.
Aquaman doesn't need to fly, and Wonder Woman has an invisible jet.
Yeah, that's true. She does. She has a cool car, a cool vehicle.
It's like her invisible friend or something.
Yeah. Oh, Batman and Robin will be part of my next ones. Though, for a non-superhero, I like Mr. Freeze. Who's yours?
So you're an Arnold Schwarzenegger type person?
Yeah. So who's your favorite, Richard?
Spider-Man.
Man, I can see that in you. Yeah. Wayne, who's yours?
Batman.
Batman. He's got cool little gadgets. He's got a cool car too. Motorcycle.
The tumbler.
Batman's property taxes are out of the roof.
Those personal property taxes.
I would hate to know what he has to pay.
Bruce Wayne will take care of it for him. You know, he's a millionaire. Which are they wasting again?
All these pearl gold.
Gene, who's your favorite superhero?
Me.
The cat's out of the bag.
Better than out of the closet.
Wish I knew where all my pearl gold pieces were. No. Oh. Gene, who's your favorite superhero?
I'd probably concur with Batman. Or the old school Incredible Hulk.
Oh, yeah, the old school one.
You mean like Lou Ferrigno?
No, the old school cartoon Incredible Hulk.
How was it, little one? You want your seat? Come on. You can have your seat. Leave Charlie alone. And Chestnut. No, leave Charlie alone. Come on up here. Come on. No, there, he's done.
Do you think Lou Ferrigno is just a ripoff Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Well, that's good.
I don't know. I was never really a fan of the Lou Ferrigno version. Well, there's the wagon. Them bales of hay in it. There's a pumpkin.
A pumpkin? A pumpkin? Are you
Pumpkin.
talking about me? Am I your pumpkin?
Now we got a table full of gold. I love gold.
All that work I did to hang a happy Halloween, you can't even see it. No, happy's too high.
You can see the Halloween when
You
you
can
lay
see
out.
Halloween when I hang my head up.
Why didn't you hang it better then, Tori? Jesus.
Well, I was just trying to be creative today, and that didn't work. In between order pulling, I was trying to have some fun. Chestnut kept tattling on me. I was trying to take a nap, but she was telling Jean I wasn't slacking.
You're not supposed to be napping during work.
I know. That's what Jean said. That's what Chestnut was telling him. Mama's napping. Mama's napping.
Wayne, did you have a good day today?
Oh, that's cute.
I did until about 45 minutes before the stream
You can build
started.
that one if you want. This is going to take me a few minutes.
You realize you had to be on the stream?
I just got more correspondence from Department of Labor being stupid.
I
So
can do my
I'm
stuff
gonna have
over
to sit
here.
down
Kind
with
of like
Ken,
taking over
make
the whole
phone
world.
calls, and write more letters.
Aren't you tired of writing letters?
I am.
I guess that's cute though.
Yeah, I'm tired of having to tell Department of Labor how to do their job.
Ask them for a job application.
Just not. Come on. Come on. You don't want to go outside or something? What's your problem?
All right, I got tables with gold, tables with machines. Need another black piece in this to create another inkwell.
See, my reflex medicine look good. That blue dance going.
Boudin doing that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's done.
All right, we got a table. We got
Oh,
a
sweet.
table.
What's up? You need to go back outside? Do you need to go outside? Good Lord, what a cute face.
Renee said that she can't wait to get her order. Thank you so much. Renee order from you too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mailed it today.
Renee, how's that mock coming along?
Okay, I'm getting up. I swear.
Stud said the Connecticut towns are actually in the tri-state area have all the cash because all the rich NYC executive people.
Yep.
You win. Let's go. Y'all win. Okay, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, Charlie. Come on.
And we got another bed. I don't know what the rich county is around here. I guess that would be like Clemens, maybe.
Around us,
Yeah.
Davie County, the Bermuda Run, Oak Valley, those areas. Or Shallowford Lakes out near you.
I can see that.
Outside, be here and scratch. Tell me.
Okay, so this cost is in one set.
And that one, I hope.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But like I said, you're gonna have some extras.
I don't know if I ever have really been around areas around here that are snobby. I'm sure I have. I just stay away from them.
Here we go.
Oh, that's semi.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I
So
thought it was
like
like
a
a
delivery truck.
I thought it was a pickup truck.
Still in the beginning stages.
I hope we got everything for you.
Let's start with the miniseries. And they're both right there.
You might have twice.
Has, have any of y'all started watching the Goosebumps?
Mm-mm.
I had students that read the books.
Yeah, I remember reading the book. Me and Haley started. We're on episode 2. I guess now we're on episode 3.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna have to go
What, darling?
look at inventory.
Put in that cup. There you
He
go.
said it might have changed. They were definitely the number one wealthiest for a while. Definitely in the top 10 now. I don't think I'll ever have to worry about living in the top 10 wealthy. Ever. All right, so I got 2 beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bookshelves, 2 tables, 2 desks, and then 3 gold tables. All add in the castle for details. Now I need to build some more stuff.
This one's correct.
No,
This
that
one's
was
the wrong one.
All right. Just put them in there.
And then I don't see the other one.
y'all aren't talking much tonight.
Well, I had him on, in the Dilbert mode, so
Did you get the hand truck?
Dilberto.
I think so. Everything was on your checklist I got, so you just have to check. He's building the Lego semi now, the delivery truck,
Yeah.
and he's having to pretty much build it from scratch. And so,
And I'm assuming you didn't pull all the pieces, did you?
well, we may have double pulled. May have double pulled.
How do you double pull?
I had most of them, but I had a sheet in with the stuff that I had marked some of the stuff we had, but I didn't mark the other stuff I pulled out.
And so I went and thought I'd be a nice wife and get it all pulled for him. So I went and pulled what I could find of everything. And he goes, and when I brought it in the other day, I go, darn, he's already pulled some of this stuff. Oh, crap. Oh, well. So whatever he doesn't use, we'll put back in inventory. Now, where does this go?
I finished off the second level of the castle. That
Did you find enough plates? You were looking for 16 by 16s.
I need one
well, no,
more.
I'm gonna have to make an order for those. That's for the next level.
You know, we don't have any more.
But
And
I thought I saw something in here.
one more of those.
So where is?
Let me get this out of here. Just matchstick it.
Okay.
Old bag right here is full of containers
Here's
that I bought for the castle.
This is the stuff I pulled down in here.
Okay.
So see, you have extras of these. So. Happy building, honey.
I can build.
So you think the Ford Mustang is the new Challenger?
What do you mean
Comes
by
to
that?
Lego cars, because they did a Mustang in 2016, 2018. They're going to do another one, Speed Champion scale. And
Well, this is the one they're coming out with now is a dark horse, which I can kind of understand that because it's like the next big vehicle. The thing that I kind of agree with you there, just because like we got so many Dodge Challengers and Chargers, and now it seems like they're doing that with Mustangs. But to be honest, I think the one that's flying under the radar is Audi. They're really milking Audi, but they're not putting out. They're not.
There's a lot of Audi stuff coming out,
but they're not putting out anything that's like everything they're doing is supercar status.
right.
I don't know. I would really appreciate a non-supercar, like the Mustang Dark Horse. The Dark Horse isn't a supercar, and it's. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's going to be expensive, but it's not something that's like unobtainable.
Oh, it's out now.
No, yeah, but it's not like it's not. What I'm getting at is it's not something that you would really have to like. What is it? Isn't it like $60,000 or something?
It's not bad, yeah.
And I thought it was for order.
That's not bad. I'm like,
I don't think you can buy one yet. I think it's just out for order, right?
No, I sat in one
MSRP.
about a month ago.
MSRP starts at 58.
I would still never
Right.
buy one just because it's a Mustang.
Richard, do you remember the Mustang and Bronco show that got rained out that I went to?
Yeah.
There was one there.
okay, I will look it up.
That's
And it's
kind
the
of
only one. It's the only one that Parkway Ford's gotten so far, but it was there.
It's kind of cute. All the Mustangs and Broncos didn't show up because of a little bit of rain.
Okay, sorry, come on. Your girl.
So if I put a minifigure next to this, how tall? That's way too tall. So,
You know, Richard, the one I want to see is the new Mustang GTD.
which one is that?
Full carbon fiber body. I think it's $320 some.
Are you talking about the GT?
No,
The-
the GTD.
It's the GT car, though, the cup car looking one.
Yeah, yeah.
All that stuff is just like, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's nice, but I don't see anybody ever spending that much money on a car, or at least anybody I know. Ready, set,
No.
said, real men drive Miatas. I don't know about that either. I would never own a Miata.
GTD starting 300,000.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. What's the horsepower on it?
Hold on.
I don't know. It's a 5.2 liter V8 supercharged, more than 800, I think. 900.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. More than 800.
Oh, so you mean it's still not as a big boy as the Camaro, and the Camaro is not carbon fiber.
No, I got theirs. Come here.
Ready, set. That's the same thing with Mustang. They're fantastic cars as long as you do something with the engine.
And you're the ones that that's got chocolate in it. Bad chocolate.
The way you have a good Mustang is you LS swap it.
Here you go.
You're a David said he would like to see an El Camino and a Prowler. An El Camino would be cool. I don't know about a Prowler.
Yeah.
The Prowler's pretty sweet. I wish I had gotten one.
Get down.
The Prowler was a failed car.
But it's so sweet looking. It's got that old roadster look.
I think
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a really cool looking car.
I think they should make a Speed Champion PT Cruiser.
Okay, back up.
I'd be down with that. Fill it with a bunch of clowns.
They should make a Speed Champion WRX.
I wish.
Oh, even better. The Speed Champion C10 that doesn't run.
Who has a C10 that doesn't run? It's crazy. Because I don't even own a C10.
I thought you did.
No. Someone as old as you ought to know they weren't called C10s back then.
Oh. Oh.
Ah,
Darn, Richard. You are ruthless tonight.
I mean, he wanted to come after, so I'll follow. And it does run. You just have to put gas in it.
No. Be a good girl.
I found out that's actually something that a vehicle needs to run.
That's crazy talk.
Stud said, "Do you remember the Chrysler Crossfire? That thing was another failure. You know, if you
Yeah.
look up the worst vehicle of all time, it's actually a Pontiac Aztek.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It's your Breaking Bad vehicle, ain't it?
Yep. Yeah, I wonder how many sold after Breaking Bad.
None.
People going out and looking for them.
None.
Never know.
You can literally find them on the internet for dirt cheap. Ready Set said, "Did you hear about the new Charger having a twin turbo V6?" No, I've not seen anything on a new Charger. I've seen the concept of the electric Challenger. I think that's pretty funny. Like the one manufacturer, while everyone was trying to go to electric cars in the first place, they're sticking freaking 800 horsepower V8s into minivans, and now they're jumping on the electric train.
Nah, it's not a buffet. Not a buffet.
I wish they made new Chargers look more like the classic versions. I agree. The Challenger was pretty spot on. If you go look at the, I don't know what company that does it, but there's a company out there that if you order a Camaro or you buy a Camaro, you can send them the Camaro and they turn it into a Trans Am. Those look pretty spot on.
Cereal's pretty cool in it.
Mhm.
I need.
All right, Richard, I found it for you. 2004 Pontiac Aztec.
God, I used to have one.
Did you really?
Yes, it was like a
Zero.
tin can. It was great because my ex would haul his bicycle around with mountain biking, and he could put it in and then just rinse the thing out when it was gotten muddy or something. But the sunroof leaked like crazy. They could never fix it. So the last time they fixed it, it's like the third time, we traded it in right then. It was like, you think it's fixed? We're trading it in. But yeah, that was
Well, you
not
know
a
that
cool vehicle.
you know that's voted the worst vehicle in ever, right?
I wouldn't doubt it. I totally agree with it. Oh, that's your feet. Cutie pie.
Didn't it have like a fold out table in the back of it?
No, not ours. It was like literally like a tin can. It sounded like a tin can. There's my witch's skirt and her little feet.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
Well said. It could be. I mean, you got to think they had the Maverick is now a truck. The Eclipse now is an SUV. The Mustang Mach-E is now a SUV. I mean, all the old muscle cars they've turned into stuff they're not.
What are you begging for? What? She said no, Mama.
You like the Mustang Mach-E, you can go to Borla and pre-order an exhaust for it. He said that the Samurai was good in the mud. Those Samurais are some pretty crazy vehicles, though.
We saw a Samurai down at Uwari last time we were there.
I'll say there's a lot of people that lift them things, take them off-roading.
Okay, we're running out now. You're about to eat them all up.
I wish that I had the guts to buy a Samurai.
You're being so good because you are staring them down, aren't you, Chestnut?
Need to fill up some of these chests with gems, I guess, and put them somewhere. This right here is all like detail pieces that came out of the castle.
He lost his scream hat too. What? What do you need? What?
I need to create some more things for the forging area.
All right, let's see what we got here.
All these chains.
All right, last ones. Last ones. This is it.
Oh.
Then you can go lay down.
Whiskey left in his back. I don't know. I've never ordered a car, or not ordered. I've never owned a car that was anything quite like all that. All my cars, actually, as much junk as I talk about other vehicles, I've really only owned maybe four different models, and I've owned maybe 15 cars. I had 4 Integras.
What? That's a big old yawn. Let's go lay down.
I'm on
I'm trying to think of how
my
many cars I've had.
I'm on my well drivable third, but I'm on my 7th STI that I've owned. I was buying STIs. And parting them out.
And there's where your Lego starts. Buying stuff and parting it out.
I wish to God I was that market was still there. I was killing money doing all that. Buying a car with a blown up engine for $3,000 and then selling the transmission for like 4, and then still having everything else to sell. But everything good has to come to an end.
I'm missing 2 little number 1 slugs.
Checking that one.
Where is all of my cart set?
Yeah, I think we put whites in when it should have been light blue grays. Oh, there's one. There's 2.
That wonderful wife of yours.
I know. When you see her next time, tell her thank you.
I will.
Ta-da!
No.
Now we just fill some of this stuff.
Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. I'm number 3.
Number Trace.
I'm number Trace. And there are, let's see.
She's an underachiever. She's bragging about, I'm number 3. I'm
Yep.
number 3.
I'm number 3. I'm number 3. Where is it?
Forgot all of this stuff in this box. Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Would y'all be interested in buying all these horses so I can move up to the new style?
Let me see what we got.
Bye, David. Have a good weekend.
See you, David. I've been buying. I think I buy like 2 or 1 every order. And I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 9 right now.
Of the new type?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to create things to put in the like blacksmith area. And the one thing I wanted was a cart that was pulling up.
Now get down.
Like I have these iron carts that have all the like ore and stuff on the back of them.
I'm not getting my.
Mhm.
No.
I'm wanting
No,
to put
sit.
them all in a bigger cart
Good girl.
and show the cart pulling up. Which I have 2 of these that work perfect. Technically, I have 3.
Well, we're out of that one. We have 1 medium nugget horse, 1 black horse. Oh, we're out of old school ones.
Somebody probably bought them all.
Hey, it might have been me. Need to figure out a way that I can get 2 of these treasure chests in the back of here.
So it looks like the only thing we're missing is some printed parts. Oh,
Yeah, and those blue ones.
yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Are you actually building that already, or are you just sorting it out?
No,
No,
I'm
he's
building.
building.
Now to tell you the old instructions suck.
What? Are you kidding me? Lego didn't have good instructions back then?
Well, the PDFs are hardly readable. They're in such bad.
Oh, I know. Look up the instructions to the Death Star 2.
I need 4 of 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I can fit 2 of them in the back. But then my chain I had making it look like it was holding everything on don't fit.
Did you figure out what to do about the chandelier?
Yeah, the chandelier's right here.
Is it staying together now?
Yeah, look at it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So how'd you get to stay together?
I moved. I think one of the pieces is the like cone, the 1x1 round cylinder. I think it was just worn out. I replaced it, and it's got a tighter fit.
Good.
Staying true to Lego, not gluing.
Yeah, I've never really been serious about gluing anything. I don't think I could do it in the end. Still is way too loose.
I just peeked in on the Dungeons and Dragons nerds.
It's definitely a weird thing.
Talking about a dragon
I am the dragon.
and weapons ranges and stuff like that.
All right, we got 2 carts down.
Can't believe y'all are picking on the Dungeons and Dragons crowd.
Well, it's really weird because I'm for everything that's in the game of Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I like Dungeons and I like Dragons, but the game is rather boring. It's not something I've ever been able to get into.
Yeah, I'd rather play a video game than sit down and
Not
play
need to mute
Dungeons and
yourself when you
Dragons.
do that. Start here.
All right, so now I got 3 carts. technically 4 because I'm going to throw this bad boy in, which is like an homage to old school stuff. Now I have a ton of pieces to add into the castle that I can't add in until I get a bunch of pieces in because I have to place an order for dots. What do y'all have dots wise? Doo-doo-doo.
You talking about the 1x1 rounds?
Yeah.
We got a lot more than shows up. Tori doesn't want me to put them in yet.
No, because I can't get them in. I have to put them all in overflow.
Why would you have to do that?
Because my drawers are full.
Her drawers is full.
My drawers is full.
Well, maybe you need to go get help with all that.
I probably should.
Tile round 1x1. Let's see, I can use all of these. I can use all of these. I can use all of these.
All right, finally broke down and got a couple of the Marvel minifigs.
Which ones? Are those the two you got like randomly?
I went to, so our store's got like a trading brick where if you don't want it, you can swap out. And they had both Beast and Wolverine on there. And the first box that I pulled was Beast. So I pulled my own. And then I can't remember what the other one was that I swapped out for Wolverine. Let's see what it was.
Well, you got the only ones that, well, I bought the whole set, but I bought them knowing that I was buying a whole set.
Yeah, the only other one that I want is She-Hulk.
She-Hulk is kind of cool. I wish they would have made her taller.
They put short legs on her?
Yeah.
Use some woody legs.
I was really amped to buying like what I normally do with all of the, just keep buying them until I get a full set. But there was a guy in my lug who bought quite a bit of them. And he bought quite a bit of sets. And I figured it would just be easier for me to buy the stuff from him.
So he's already starting to yawn.
Oh no, I'm sighing. I'm not yawning yet. I took a nap.
All right, I got all the ones that well, not all the ones, but I got a bunch added to the cart.
I got more. So
I don't think you have more of the colors that I'm trying to get.
What are you trying to get?
I'm buying all the ones y'all have of dark brown and dark orange. And then dark tan, medium nougat, y'all have 312, but I'm only going to buy 100 for right now. And then tan, you have 263, but I'm only going to buy 50. Now I just got to wait for you to hurry up and get that order.
flats, tiles.
Yes. Let me see.
Hold on, I'm looking for Robbie.
I don't know.
This one.
Okay, what colors are you looking for?
Dark brown, medium nougat.
Yeah, I
No.
can use.
I
I'm
have
trying to use.
probably 150 dark browns.
I'll take them all.
What else do you look for?
So out of in the cart already, I have dark brown, dark orange,
Got a bunch of those.
uh, uh, dark tan.
You're that one. I don't have this one.
No, you don't have dark tan.
Not anymore.
No,
You have
we're
them
out
in
of
the
dark.
store, but I'm buying all the ones y'all got in the store.
Yeah. So you got sorting trays up here. We can count out how many dark browns you put in.
Do.
Let's jump through hoops for Rachel.
Three or four.
That's fine.
You want to keep these?
No, good.
That's how this stands up. Is that the you said you're gonna get She-Hulk and then stop?
That's the only other one I want.
So, Richard, are there any other colors you need me to look for before I start counting? We don't have dark tan.
Do you have nougat?
I have light nougat. I have medium nougat.
You got your phone on you?
Oh, I do have a few nougats. Yeah, I got fun.
I could have swore I had a picture in here.
Oh, dang. Hold on 1 second.
So those are the colors I'm using. I don't need any light or dark blue. I mean dark gray. I've got all the bluish gray I need. Really wish I knew what to do with these diamonds and stuff.
Light yellow. You using light yellow too?
Bright light yellow,
No,
Oh, it's in the picture. That's what I'm asking.
or is that tan?
it's probably tan.
No.
I think it's the lighting. I think that's dark tan. That's tan.
Yeah, I have dark tan and tan. I don't have any yellows.
So you got all the tan you need.
Well, I'm buying 50. Those like the color I'm trying to use the least of. You've got 263 of them in the store. I'm only taking 50 of them.
Okay.
I'll probably need more, but I'm not trying to just overbuy on these dots.
Doesn't Haley need them too?
No, she only needs certain colors. She really needs a lot of I think it's called bright light orange or whatever.
Yeah, I've got some, but not a lot of
And then
them.
we got probably 100.
She needs in like the 4700s.
Yeah, I remember that list.
think I'm out of ideas right now to build to throw inside the castle. Do y'all well, I guess Wayne, are you buying anything this Saturday?
Like buying anything on Saturday.
Yeah, you know Citizen Brick and Eclipse Graphics are doing a Halloween drop.
We'll see. I mean, I'm still watching my money.
I know that the only thing I've seen from Citizen Brick that I want so far is they have a meat cleaver with blood on it.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I'm afraid to know what Victor's going to drop. Because I know some of it from our little like collaboration, but he was texting me like every day up until Monday. Last 2 times I text him, he keeps sending me smiley faces back. He won't send me any other information.
$97 $23 $120.
I guess you're the mathematician. I'm a retired school teacher.
All right, I added what dark orange we had to the store.
How does that affect his cart?
There's just more available. It doesn't take it out of our inventory until he places it.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that the dime piece for the money has 1875 on the bottom of it. The 5 cent doesn't have anything but a design around it. We do have a giveaway to do tonight.
Oh, it is the end of the month, isn't it?
It is. It is. I kind of want to keep the Batwing, but I did promise I would give it away. I still have the other one that y'all didn't want.
That we donated back?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a 50-50 shot of who wins it. It's either going to be me, y'all, Chef, or Lene. What's going on, Secret Squirrel? What is up tonight? I kind of like this, but there's nothing that I would really do with it. Kind of reminds me of like a Toyota Tacoma.
What is that?
The 4x4 off-road adventures. It said he is lurking.
All right, lurk
And with
away.
the bat, do what?
Lurk away.
With the Batwing, the only thing I really want out of that is the minifigures. I already have the big Batwing. I don't know. Did y'all see all the leaked sets or the sets that got leaked?
I didn't.
Oh, what got leaked now?
I'll hold on real quick. I'll pull up a screen and share it.
I like wigs.
So the new
What's up?
gift with purchase is going to be this Galileo set, which is kind of like a. I forgot the other one they did like this, but it's pretty cool. I like that minifig a lot. That's like right up Gene's alley.
He's busy adding tiles for you.
I really like the print on his torso that they're coming out with. And then these are the roses that they're coming out with for the what you call it? The next flower set. And then these are the vases that they're coming out with. Vases will be their own on another set. I really like the vases better than I do the roses though.
Yeah, those are cool. Not for me, but
And then the Ornithopter, of course. We're getting a Spider-Man helmet. Whoops. And then the modular, it came out with a little bit of more information. It's going to be 48 studs wide, 32 studs deep. It has 7 minifigures. There is a buildable Brachiosaurus skeleton in the terrarium. The first floor has natural history exhibits. The second floor is space and science artifacts and a display that references classic Lego sets. The roof has a curator's office. The roof is going to be gray with 2 skylights and a dome in the center. The main colors is olive and a staircase leading up to the double doors with a huge white overhang being held up by 2 white pillars. There's a small garden on either side of the staircase with 2 gray minifigure statues and a large blossom tree on the right. There's going to be 2 fabric banners that hang on the walls with advertisements for the space and dino displays using the Jurassic World Bronchosaurus for artwork.
that's cool.
And then the Spider-Man helmet. They dropped this right here, but I don't really get it. It's supposed to be something with the Marvel red, but I don't know how that's going to affect us in like the Lego set world.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's a Mr. Gold hint in there, which is pretty cool. And then we got the picture of Knuckles, Shadow, and then the girl. I think her name is Rogue. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. I'm really, really excited to see some of that. Man, everybody is on that Ornithopter except for me. I have not. I don't like it. I'm like the only person I know that doesn't
I
like
don't like it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I just feel like it's a huge amount of money for what it is. And I don't necessarily care for it. Have y'all watched Ahsoka yet?
No.
I haven't watched any more of it.
What? Y'all are slack.
Yep.
Ahsoka's said and done. Y'all supposed to be over with it too.
I was over with it before I started it.
That's because you didn't watch it.
Right.
Trevor said cat butt. That's all cats.
Yeah, she's down here because the dog's not down here.
Does her and the dog not get along?
They're getting better. He just tends to crowd her, and she has enough of it. So I'm actually surprised that he's not down here. But he was cozy on the couch with Mom.
Of course. All right, I got another weapon rack. Now, with all these other pieces, I really am running out of ideas.
All right, I got nougat, dark brown, and dark orange uploaded for you.
Sweet, half off.
No, I'll put them all up there.
Hey, Wayne, go make 9 orders in their store real quick. You said you added what? Nougat?
Nougat, dark brown, dark orange.
Boom. In the cart they go. Secret Squirrel wants to know what the name of your Bricklink store is.
Camel City Brick House.
It's the one with the camel.
I'm pretty sure if you search for camel, we're the only one that show up.
Really?
I think so.
That's pretty cool. What if an actual camel showed up?
Well, then we wouldn't be the only ones anymore.
So your statement would be false.
At that point, it would be. So now I got to get back to this building thing.
She's a brick house.
House. She's mighty. Just letting it all hang out.
And then I don't know what it says after that. Papa Mau Mau.
Chicka mow, wow.
Oh,
A brown chicken, brown cow, or something like that.
yeah. It's crazy. You got to have a brown cow to have chocolate milk.
What does black cows make?
Strawberry milk. Just debunked your whole thing right there. All right, so I have gotten just about every idea that I think I can roll with out of this box. Need to get all these minifigs out. got Target. I have so many gold, 1x1 barrel plates. I do not know what to do with.
One color.
Trevor said that did we come to the conclusion that we talk heroes and Batman is the best because I'm here now? Technically, Batman isn't the best. Sorry. He's just rich. He's not even got a power or anything else. He falls kind of short. He's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong.
I thought he was tall.
Do what?
You said he falls short. I thought he was tall.
No. He said that's what makes him the best. I don't know about that. I would not say. I would say that he's up there on the list, but I would not say he's the best by any means. Trevor is a slight Batman fan. Spider-Man still reigns though. And if you don't think so, it's okay to be wrong. I think the Batman is the best out of DC. I would agree with you there. But not the best of all time. He said in Marvel, yeah. I mean, Batman did a lot of cool stuff. I really like the. I don't know. I really like the artwork of Batman, and Batman's changed so much over the years. Still think my favorite scene from him ever, or anything like that, was when he picked up Bane and broke Bane's back over his knee. He said, "Okay, so good, almost."
Did I happen to mention how much I hate old Lego instructions?
No, not at all.
I'm just throwing it out there.
So, what you're saying is you would like to build more old sets?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's what I
I'm
thought.
sorry. I worded it wrong. I'm sorry.
I figured, you make mistakes every once in a while.
Well, yeah.
I have so many of these pearl gold studs that I bought for like stacking up down in the dungeon to show gold that was stole. And now that I have no dungeon, I
You're
literally
not got a dungeon in this one?
I do, but it doesn't. It has like a jail cell in it. It's not just full of gems.
All right.
But Batman is the best when it comes to DC. Yeah, I don't think Batman is the best comic book hero ever. Gene, y'all have a really bad over again. I don't think he is the best comic book character just because of the simple fact that he doesn't really do much. I really hate how they portrayed him at first to where he wasn't gonna kill anybody, and then like all of a sudden out of nowhere he becomes like this little more of a bad guy. I do think that in any villain across anybody like Marvel, DC, whatever, I do believe that the Joker is one of the best villains just because the simple fact that he's a true menace and he actually believes what he is doing is correct and what is right. That to me is just like that. I mean, that's what it takes to make a really good villain. I don't think that I like Two-Face. Two-Face is really cool just because of the simple fact that I don't know about the newer comics, but back in the day, he really made you believe that you were either like you were getting a fair chance at life and death, and you really weren't. Mr. Freeze was kind of a cool concept, but I think it lost a lot of. I don't know. There was a lot that could have been there, but I don't think they did a really good job with him. Bane was one of my favorite. Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn goes along with the Joker just because of the simple fact that she's also, I mean, like she basically her whole story started because she fell in love with the Joker. I think that is pretty cool. I mean, coming from like a straight up psych ward medic, doctor to falling in love with the one patient that was like criminally insane. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that. And then he convinces her pretty much to wear face paint too. I don't know I don't know much about Hush. And then there's some of the other Batman villains I'm not too familiar with. I know, isn't there another one that just got released not too long ago? I believe we were talking about it in the comic store actually. But like Spider-Man villains, all of his villains are doing things because they believe like there was like a life-changing incident that happened to them, but it was nothing that was quite like any of the DC villains. Venom has to be the best Spider-Man villain just because of the simple fact that that's literally like I mean at first it was a bully and the bully became the true I don't know how to like exactly say it, but it was a symbiote that was given to Spider-Man to pretty much help him breathe on another planet, and then Spider-Man started realizing that it was like taking over his thoughts and they were becoming dark. That whole concept of, I guess, swinging on the dark side is what I'm trying to say, and then actually seeing that dark side become a character. Now, I don't like the way they did Venom. I don't like how he became some kind of anti-hero where he was doing good things. I liked it much better when he was like ripping people in half. And then I think they realized that when they released Carnage. But Carnage, I believe, like that's just another him and Carnage and Venom have to be Spider-Man's two like greatest. Green Goblin is really cool. I like the way he looks. I don't really care for Doc Ock much. I think Craven, which I don't really consider Craven a villain, but Craven has one of the coolest storylines. Trevor said he is searching for the Nightmare Stone and searching for the dreams of the DC universe as it's hidden in someone's dream. I do believe that like Iron Man villains are kind of funny because like most people can't even name one other than Whiplash, and that's only because of the movie. But Iron Man villains are kind of like iffy because they all really just have on suits of some sort. I enjoyed. I know he's not a villain, but Hulk's like biggest villain, I think, was or thing that he went up against, or the cool storyline was Thor or himself. Like when he has to fight Red Hulk or any of that, that's probably the best Hulk storyline. I really like Taskmaster. I think he's a really cool villain. Uh, Red Skull's kind of cool, but he's definitely like a Hitler, if you would say. He doesn't do. I mean, he's 100% like a reincarnation of Hitler, especially with the Hydra. And then I'm trying to think of like other heroes that like Namor. I don't really care about any of his villains. Thanos is a cool villain. I just don't. I think the movies portrayed him to be something that he really wasn't. I mean, Galactus is really cool. Technically, Silver Surfer, but that gets into a part of I don't really. One of the things that I've always enjoyed about Batman versus what they started doing in Marvel is all of Batman's characters, even though they had superpowers and stuff like that, they were all pretty much down to earth. Marvel's not. It just seems like when they started getting into Galactus, it was like, okay, how much stronger can we make this person than the last? And it just kept building and building and building. And it reminded me of like Dragon Ball Z, like, okay, you're at Super Saiyan. Okay, now you're at Super Saiyan 2. Okay, now you're at Super Saiyan 3. And now you're at 4. It's like they keep unleashing things they didn't know existed. And that's kind of how I feel about Marvel. Like, how many times are we going to need a stronger villain? All that stuff gets kind of played out after a while. I do believe. I don't know of anybody else that I truly feel like is up there villain wise compared to like the ones that I've mentioned. Trying to like I don't consider the Punisher a villain. The Punisher kind of falls in that same anti-hero category. Same with Daredevil. Daredevil's more of a hero than he is anything. But Daredevil and Punisher had really dark stories that most people don't realize. I don't really care for the Lizard. I think the Lizard was a really bad villain.
You can reply back to him that we, however you want to write to him and tell him I'm messed up. I've got it pulled and ready to ship to him tomorrow.
Tori's back.
Yep.
I think that there was a lot of villains that were shown
Huh?
for
just
movies.
downstairs and we'll put the rest in inventory. I'll just take
I think there's a lot of villains that were created for the movies that I don't believe are really anything in any of the books, of course. Like all the Guardians of the Galaxy characters were extremely cool in the movies. But none of them were ever I don't know how to explain it. Like none of them meant anything in the comics whatsoever. Sent Trevor a invite. That way Trevor can get in here and argue with this. Because I already know what he's going to say. He's just going to say that Batman's the best.
Well, he's not totally wrong.
I mean, not totally, but Y'all still have a really bad echo. I don't understand. Like it like
I
develops.
don't get it because we haven't changed anything.
Yeah, it develops like over time. I've pretty much sorted everything out that I can do with these pieces.
How about now?
Do what?
How about now?
See, now the echo's gone.
Yeah. So what I did is I went into audio, and there's a reduced mic background noise. It says it's new.
In StreamYard?
Yeah, I turned it off.
Now I just need to take all this and add it to the castle eventually. I got to do that tomorrow. There's still a ton of stuff in this box that I wish I knew what to do with. Like I need to, in the cart I got from y'all are honestly a lot of pieces that I need.
That's a really cool build.
It really is.
Yeah.
And so that goes in.
To the back of there. But you got to put the wheels on first, don't you, on the back?
Yeah, I'll take it off.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like a fifth wheel right there.
That's cool.
I wish we hadn't sold those. We had a bunch of these in inventory at one point.
We may get them back. We may find some more.
Hey, do y'all have y'all's like Bricklink stuff pulled up?
I can. Why?
I don't know what part number this is, and I can't read it. Look up this. I guess this. I guess I can read this. It's a chrome sword.
Hold it up to the
71014.
I don't have anything showing up to 7. Hold on. Did he say 71014?
Did you say 71014 or 70114?
71014.
Okay.
Okay, that could be an old number. Hold on.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the new number for that is number 59. What do you need? Oh, we don't have any.
Is it worth much?
The gold one's $4. The silver one's $1.50.
I've got one gold one and 6 silver ones in front of me. I'm rich.
Yeah. You taking us out to dinner Thursday night, then?
I was planning on putting them in the king's room.
Well, since you got all that value now.
I'll just put them with my 4 goats.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I've got one goat now.
Is it fake? Oh, you bought that wish set.
Yeah, it's the one on the wish set.
Yeah, I don't want that one. That one looks like it has a little bit of the spectrum on it.
Oh.
You can keep that goat, Gene. Nobody wants it.
My Triceratops is in inventory now.
I still wish that set would hurry up and go on clearance. How much is it? Like $15?
No, it wasn't that much.
Check on again.
I want to say it was 7, but I don't remember.
All right.
Trevor is here.
What's up?
Now I can argue with you and tell you that Batman isn't the best superhero.
Listen.
You didn't.
We got
You
we got some words.
I told you he's the best in DC, but I still think that he falls
Yeah, go down and get him.
below the category.
That's fair.
And I'll
So
tell
what
you,
I was thinking before you sent me the link, and I didn't. Oh my gosh, my computer's rebooting and doing a whole bunch of stuff.
I'll tell you another villain that is like top tier and is really up there, like completely high on the list, is Magneto.
I like Magneto a lot.
But you got to pay a lot of attention to like X-Men to know Magneto. See, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Catwoman. Catwoman was a failure character, if you ask me.
She's one of the biggest characters of the 80s Batman.
Yeah, because she's like the only female in the 80s Batman.
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
Yeah, but Poison Ivy didn't do anything but help create Bane. Like how bad of a villain are you when you have to help create another villain?
I have to because I don't have my Streamlabs connected to the comments on my YouTube. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Okay, cool. I found this.
There.
What'd you find?
This.
What happens if you Google best super?
You're gonna get Superman. I don't think so. Oh, I can't. Yeah.
So most of these lists are pulling up movies.
Oh, of course. It's the thing.
But according to the comics, are you ready for this?
Spider-Man.
Number 1 is Spider-Man. Number 2 is Captain America. Number 3 is Batman. Number 4 is Superman. And number 5 is Iron Man.
What's popular?
Well, I can understand Spider-Man. Spider-Man will always go down in history as like one of the big boys. And I can understand Batman. Batman is still pretty big. But what I don't agree with is like, I don't know. I mean, should Iron Man have really made that list? I don't think people realize that Iron Man was a raging alcoholic that had like huge depression issues.
He wasn't really popular either until the movies. I mean, the reason Marvel picked the characters that they did is because that's who they had. They had sold everyone.
Well, they wanted to do the Avengers, and you can't do the Avengers without Iron Man.
Well, but I mean, when they started, before they even planned the Avengers, they started making the movies of who they had, because they had sold Spider-Man, they had sold the X-Men, they had sold
Fantastic Four.
Well, I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan.
Yeah, never could do it.
Fantastic Four comics to me were really cool because they introduced other characters that ended up being cool.
Yeah. I mean, you got Galactus from them. You got
Spider-Man from them, technically, in a way. I mean, the first like 4 Spider-Man comics took place in their Baxter Tower.
That's true.
Which I know that every character serves its purpose, and they all have
Gonna open this bag real quick.
their own thing. I need to get some pieces, but I don't know the best way to do.
Okay. Interesting.
bought an abundance of these pieces, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, I don't like. I think there's a bunch of superheroes that are really cool, but I think that they, a lot of them have worn out their welcome. I guess is a good way to say it. Like, I get it, Iron Man's good, but I'm honestly just tired of seeing Iron Man.
Well, he's dead now, so
You what?
I said, well, he is dead now in the movies, so
Yeah, well, I don't count the movies because the movies, I feel like the movies went really, really well, and then they just failed tragically.
well, I think what a lot of people's problems with the movies currently is, and I understand why, but it's I think a lot of people have a problem with the movies because they're not as epic, right? Because you're starting over with a new story.
Well, they've done like Marvel or Disney or whoever you want to say has done prove to us that they can do a storyline. Like they have no problem with that. And with this new storyline, I don't necessarily. I'm not going to say it has anything against the characters in the storyline. It's more or less the like. So, and what I'm going to agree with you on a huge amount too is a lot of people don't realize that like by the time they got to Infinity War, you know what kind of a relationship you had built in your head with these characters?
Right.
Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, Iron Man was in like 7 movies.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna like Iron Man. But now they've done what they've done and they killed him off and they're on the next little bit and they're gonna bring in like Ironheart. But the problem is everybody's gonna look at Ironheart and judge them against Iron Man.
Right.
And that's just not her character. Like she's not a. I mean, she technically is Iron Man in a girl form in a way, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, like I said, it's the relationships you had. We're losing those, and you're losing. You're also losing. You have to build up that point. It took you think about all the stories and that tie into Avengers, let alone Infinity War.
yeah,
And what it all took to get to that point. And like, if you go back, honestly, and watch Iron Man 1, it is a good movie, but comparatively to Infinity War, there's so much like underwhelmingness to what Thanos is and everything.
oh
So,
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, and so that's where I think a lot of people are bored because it was this, it's recency bias. Everything was super epic and everything, and then they're starting a new storyline, and we'll get there. Like, but Kane the Conqueror is a nasty character in the comic books.
Have you started watching Loki too?
No, not yet.
So Loki 2 is I understand why they're doing what they're doing, but it is extremely weird, and I don't like the fact that like you never know where you're at. You don't know what realm you're in. You don't know what's going on. You just know that you're breathing, basically.
Right. I enjoyed the first one. Out of the series that are out, I enjoyed Loki, and I actually enjoyed Captain America and the Winter Soldier quite a bit.
Oh yeah, that one was really good. I didn't like She-Hulk at all.
You didn't like which one? Sorry.
She-Hulk.
I haven't seen it. I just haven't. It's one of the ones that like hasn't, it didn't do great, and it never really caught my attention. So I never really did anything with it. I started watching like Miss Marvel and got like 2 episodes in and just kind of like stopped watching it. Not like because I didn't like it, just because, again, same reason, it didn't really keep my attention.
See, that's another one. Like Miss Marvel, I quit. That was the one that I quit watching.
I have a feeling the Marvels is gonna flop really badly.
Yeah, definitely, it has. And see, that's another thing is like back when we were getting things like Iron Man. Now you had to watch a movie about a character you knew nothing about, but Marvel had to invest you in a character to give you his origin story, to get you to like him or dislike him, and everything else in a matter of 2 hours. Which now they're doing it in a series, and I think they're losing people there too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Whiskey was saying, you can't, or he doesn't, always stay with Disney Plus. He just kind of stays in and out of it when he gets the offers, and I don't blame him. Every time we turn around, Disney's going up or Netflix is going up, or and you're going to lose a lot of people there.
Yeah, when you have to watch a show to be able to understand a movie, that's when you lose people. Because there's certain people, like I prefer watching movies. I'm not a sit down and let me watch and remember all of these different episodes. It's just my attention span does not do that.
Well, the crappy thing is they've never been a need to do, like Ahsoka, for instance. They could have made Ahsoka in a movie, and I think it would have done better. The same thing with Loki. I think they could have done Loki in a movie, and it would have done better.
They're just trying to figure out how they can make more money, and in the long run, it's actually costing them more money.
Well, my problem with them doing Kang is I don't know that they will, but they have the ability to go out and, let's say in the end of Loki, Kang kills Loki. And then the next show they want to bring Loki back. They can literally just say, well, oh, that happened in another timeline.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I think they're going to lose a lot of, I guess, benefit on, because they, we all know what they have the ability to do, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that's right. I don't necessarily think that's what they're going to do by any means. But I don't know. I mean, if you had the ability in your job to screw something up, and then after you screwed something up, just be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. Everyone would do it. Everyone. So they're going to eventually do that in the movie, I believe. I don't know if it's going to come out to be something as big as that.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially if they don't know, now that they've have that type of realm, they're able to make decisions where they're I don't know if the audience is going to like this. So now they can choose to do that, to experiment, to figure out where to go from there.
Yeah.
If they overuse that, then people are going to stop paying attention.
Well, and that's the thing too, is the experiment. The experiment should be done. Don't get me wrong. Any movie, series, anything should experiment. I mean, they have to. But also, people need to realize that there is everything that has a good franchise still has really crappy movies. And no, not necessarily everybody. Everybody and I'm going to use your realm on this. Everybody in the world hates the Batman movies that came out where it had Two-Face, the Riddler, and the other one with Arnold Schwarzenegger is, what you call it?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best Mr. Freeze ever seen.
Yes.
He kicks down a door and just shouts, "Chill!" This is the best thing. Come on.
Well, I'm a huge fan. I don't care what anybody says. There will never be anybody else that played the Riddler as good as Jim Carrey.
It was good. Yeah. They're so bad. Now, Alana has not seen those, believe it or not. She knows a lot about them. Yeah.
We're making our way through.
Yeah, we've started them. But I made her watch 89. Now, 89 is my favorite. Michael Keaton is my favorite. I haven't made it through The Flash yet. I've been watching it on airplanes here and there, so I need to finish it. It's pretty cheesy, pretty bad, but Michael Keaton's Batman's in it, so I'm all in. And that's one of the reasons the 89 Batmobile Lego set was my holy grail. And I kept putting it off and got that messed up set, but hey, it's all together now. So
Can you pause or mute so I can do it?
So when it comes to Batman movies, I'll agree with you that 1989 is up there, but I would tie 1989 with I hate to say this, but Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Now, don't get me wrong. One's
it's so good.
one's really comical.
Yeah.
And it still has a really cool and good dark meaning to it, and it shows a lot of like the 1989 Batmobile, in my opinion, is the best Batmobile that we'll ever see.
Oh yeah.
But Heath Ledger played the Joker. Like, I mean, for
Believe
Christ's
it.
sake, that first scene where, and it doesn't even matter if it's Heath Ledger doing it, but that first scene where they're literally, all the clowns are popping each other off because they're literally closing ties to see, you know, oh, well, now there's only 3 shares. Oh, well, now there's only 2 shares. And then you find out at the end that, which if you've seen it before, you know automatically now, but you find out at the end that the last guy to pull the trigger is literally the Joker. He gets on a school bus and hops right back in line and drives off. And you get that, like, almost that cynical, like, he planned all that out because he's that insane, but it worked like motion.
Yeah, no, it's such a good intro. And still, like, even again, seeing it, like you said, 100 times, it's still one of the best. And like, catch, you know, I don't know, it doesn't catch me off guard anymore, I guess, but it's still one of those, like, yeah, that this is the one of my favorite scene moments, or, you know, whatnot.
And then, like, which was really weird because in the very next movie, they failed horribly. I don't like Dark Knight Rises at all.
It's different. I don't mind it.
They opened it way too well. With like when it showed Bane on the plane and like the whole, once again, it's like almost comedic to where the guy's hitting him and he's like, well, what if I pull off your mask? And he's like, well, it'll be very painful. And he's like, well, you're a big guy. He's like, no, for you.
Yeah.
Like there's that comical relief there. But after that, it just takes like a very slow, like, it was almost like it went back to Batman Begins. Like, Batman Begins was really a good movie, but it was very slow.
Yeah. Those movies I have a different affinity for, in the sense that I really like, and I really like Dark and Batman, and I like the realism Batman, I guess, in a way. And that one, those, you know, and a lot of people argue this one all the time about that Bane is, he's not right. You know, it's not the storyline of Bane at all. But that goes back to, like, for some reason, I don't mind that one's so different than like the original story of the character. And
Well, I don't, the thing that I hate the most about his character is that, for one, if you look at, I'm going to say, I don't know for a fact in the comics, but I'm going to say like 75% of everything I've ever seen about Bane, he really doesn't talk very smart.
yeah,
Like,
typically.
he's just like the big dumb muscle. And then you have Bane perceived in this movie where he's some kind of like strategic killer.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a very different take on Bane, but somehow I'm not mad about it. Like, I don't mind it.
I'm not mad about it. I just wish that they would have done that movie different. I'm not going to say that character, because the character I don't mind. I wish they would have done that movie different.
I'm also, I mean, slightly biased. I think Tom Hardy is phenomenal.
Tom Hardy's an amazing actor.
So that rubs off on me. But, yeah.
Believe it or not, I know this is like has nothing to do with superheroes, but my favorite Tom Hardy movie is not Lawless. Believe it or not, I know everybody's favorite like Tom Hardy movie is Lawless.
That's the twin movie, right?
No, that's the one where the brothers sell moonshine.
Oh yes, that one is very good.
Legend is what you're talking about, and that is my favorite Tom Hardy movie.
So good. He plays both characters so different and so good. It's I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a brick separator. I'm missing it.
Oh, you done screwed up.
No, I'm putting stickers on.
I'm trying to find. I thought I had a bunch of these rings.
Both of these are sealed, but also if you like Batman '89 and you like 1992 Batman was it Batman Returns, so these here, kind of hard to see because the glare, but this was written this year or last year. And it's the continuation of 1992 if you basically stopped at Batman Returns and then had the original characters from 89 continue. And it's what the rest of the trilogy or I guess quadruple of movies were supposed to become. And then they dropped Michael Keaton and picked up Val Kilmer.
Horrible decision.
Kilmer wasn't horrible.
Yeah, I actually liked Val Kilmer.
Clooney, no one likes Clooney's Batman, including Clooney, so there's that.
Hey guys, we're gonna bail. Tori finished her witch. I finished the classic Lego truck.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Are you keeping that?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
no questions about that one.
Yeah, that one
I
was
thought-
probably
I thought I had a ton of these ring pieces, but I ran out, and I still need 15 more.
Can you hide the dust? I'll come back.
Another one.
yeah, we gotta rearrange it a little bit because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing what I'm doing and just taking things apart.
That's what I've been doing. So
My
that's
next
what we
one,
do.
my next one to go is the 3-in-1 castle.
Don't have that one. But I like the 3-in-1 witch creator, so I'll keep her for Halloween.
So that's pretty cool. I hadn't seen that one yet.
Yeah. She did turn out cool. I could have done the dragon or the cat, and I decided I don't have a witch, so
Yeah.
I went with the witch. But anyway,
You
oh, he's making room.
know.
Works. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm coming to the realization as I'm building this Batman stuff is I don't know where I'm gonna put it when I'm done because the boxes stack nicely on the shelf.
You never
well,
think
we're
about.
going to bed, guys. It's been a long day.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, y'all. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Always good to hang out. Take care.
Absolutely. See you guys.
No, I agree with you on that stuff. Like I don't think that there has been that. I don't think there's been. Now remember, like a lot of people are going to look at me saying this weird, but I don't know. I don't know what I was watching beforehand, but I remember like my earliest remembrance. Batman and Power Rangers were like it. Like that's all I cared about. Like I remember having the toy that was like the huge bat cave that came with like all these different Batman figures. And like I remember growing up that I did not want all of the crazy Batman. Like I know there were so many that came with like these different suits, like metal suit and all this other stuff, and I didn't want those. All I wanted was like the original Batman and like the villains.
Yeah.
When it comes to some of the other stuff they've done and branched off, I don't know if there is a bad movie. Like obviously the one that nobody likes is Batman vs Superman. That was in my opinion, a horrible movie. I don't know how many people actually like that movie, but if you do, you're wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. My cousin loves it. But that would explain why. I did make a boo boo this time. My cousin likes it a lot. He says Ben Affleck is his favorite Batman, and I like Ben Affleck as Batman in certain contexts. I think he had bad movies to work with. He had the potential to be a really good comic book Justice League Batman. Again, I like a lot of the realism Batman. So like, I absolutely think Robert Pattinson killed
I love that
the
Batman.
new Batman. I think he did phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
I love that one.
Yeah. But again, that's my style of Batman. I kind of like the realism. I like
The
the,
noir.
yeah. Dark Knight trilogy is killer. And they dropped Tim Burton. Yeah.
I think Tim Burton did really good, but Tim Burton was definitely like his stuff was comical, but it was shot very dark.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think back, what, 89? I muted myself. In 89, 88, 89, there was nothing that was that dark, really.
No,
Especially as goofy as it was, but, it's also a Joker movie. And Batman, up to that point, everything that was on TV was ridiculously goofy. It was 66 Batman, and you had gritty Batman, but it was in the comics, and you didn't. Not most people didn't see that. So, yeah, Tim Burton's for the time was, super super dark and gritty, and while being comic booky at the same time, I guess.
I mean, like my favorite scene in '89 will always be the museum scene, and just like it sounds really weird, but like if you think about it, and that being like a realistic world, like a world we live in, a person pretty much is eating dinner with the girl he is trying to impress. He is a rich millionaire that is also a superhero. And in comes the villain who knows who the superhero is pretty much. And instead of harming him in any kind of way or doing anything, he just like destroys everything in a museum, like just randomly paints the Mona Lisa, just randomly paints like other famous paintings. While he has like a smile on his face, they're playing music and they're dancing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, like I was telling you before, a lot of people, I guess, realize that me and you talk a lot outside of YouTube. But the only thing that I will ever put above what they've done in movies is technically a movie now, but The Killing Joke and The Death in the Family. But A Death in the Family, like, you have to have a very dark mind to read that book, because that series takes a very like non-Batman turn.
I don't know. It might be. I don't know which box it's in, or if it's on the shelf over here.
It's on the shelf because you have the big actual one, like the full one, right?
No, not that.
Oh.
Well, that too. I have The Killing Joke, not The Killing Joke. I have Death in the Family, as the like trade paperback, and then I have all four of the original ones, all signed by the original artist, in my collection. Because again, being a so I don't for anyone still watching YouTube, I'm a big Red Hood fan, Jason Todd fan. So that's my storyline right there.
Tim Drake, beware of that.
So yeah, so I own quite a bit of Red Hood, Jason Todd, his death, his when he was found stealing the wheels off the Batmobile and whatnot. So yeah,
He had a weird character for me. Like, it's really like, I understand the point of it, but it's really weird that he gets caught like robbing Batman, and then Batman's like, "Let me give you a job" type scenario.
yeah, that's kind of an interesting one. I mean, that's the reason they killed him, is a lot of people didn't like him. They thought he was too cocky and too.
They literally voted.
Yeah, so in the copies I have of Death in the Family, the original ones, if you open them, they have one of the back ones. I think it's 2 and 3. There's like a 1-800 number in the back, and it's where you could call and vote of what to do with Jason, and the fans voted to kill him.
Yeah.
And that's what book 4 is. So, but yeah, I wanna. I wish they would make something like Red Hood in a set that's not like the goofy Joker Killing Joke Red Hood, but he's a little.
You don't want the Outlaws? Does Outlaws not have a good one?
He's okay. I don't know if I would do anything though with him because he's he carries 45s and is a little more rough than Batman.
Well, everybody goes through a period in the comic book world where they've done something or they had something that isn't liked by everybody else.
I'm gonna open this
I
bag.
have so many pieces down here that I need to find what to do with.
Yeah, when you said you were doing comic or heroes, I was like, I got to be on that stream. But then we had to go. We did a dodgeball tournament with the youth group tonight, and I had to be the referee. So
I stole him. I'm so sorry.
it was a good time. They put up black lights and all the kickballs or dodgeballs glowed in the dark, and all the kids were wearing neon and stuff. It was pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
You know how to throw down.
So I had a good time, but I was like, I still got to get back and start talking heroes.
I want to play dodgeball, but I feel like I'm at the age now, and I'm also competitive at it, competitive as it is anyway. I don't know if it would exactly be the best thing.
Oh man!
But not only
Go ahead.
do what? I was going to say, Batman holds a dear part in my heart, but I still don't put him up there at the top.
I think I have to say it. My other character, on the Marvel, especially, it would be Spider-Man. I don't have near the amount of the Spider-Man stuff, and that's actually. I mean, Spider-Man when I was younger was, it was like the first movie, and I was real young when it came out. And
so, I want to ask these questions because I know these of Spider-Man, but I don't know it of Batman. They never really showed Batman using much of his emotions, did they?
In what,
the
books?
Who does Batman fall in love with in the comics?
It depends on what storyline you follow. There is one where he does end up together with Selena Kyle, Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean, Selena Kyle is always a love interest, and then
Talia Al Ghul.
Yeah,
he has a son with her.
Yeah,
I know about Al Ghul.
Yeah, the current
Current
Robin is his biological son, with Taya.
But
then, you have Vicky Vale throughout. There, she's a lot less common, but she is throughout here and there. She's the one that you see in the '89 movies.
Yeah, I know who Vicky Vale is. I guess what I was getting at was that growing up, you had so Batman lost both of his parents. Spider-Man, his uncle was killed. He was raised by his grandparents or his aunt and uncle. But you had the emotional connection of Spider-Man was a kid in school that got bullied or got picked on or witnessed people getting picked on and witnessed people getting bullied. So all of that was very relevant as growing up.
Yeah.
Plus I mean, I know that you really couldn't, but Batman could be done. Anybody that's rich can do pretty much anything that Batman does. But no one could do what Spider-Man does. Yeah. So that superhero initiative was there. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
You can jump off of a building and glide with a glider, but you cannot jump off of a building and before you hit the ground use a web to sling you back up to the next tallest building.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Part of the premise of him though is he holds his own against every single superhero that does have powers.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of part of it is
Well,
he's a kid that watched his parents die and was like, I'm going to fix this.
by becoming a giant bat.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's another thing I've never understood. Like, I get the whole thing, like why it was a bat, because like that's what ran basically in his mind, and like that's what kind of
This is what
flooded
he
his,
feared.
vision and all that.
Yeah.
But like back in the day when they were writing these characters, like why a bat? Why a spider?
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you. I do know the original Batman had a purple mask and a red outfit.
That I've never understood that, because his whole thing was he was supposed to blend in with the dark.
Yeah, well, it was suggested later by I forgot the other guy that didn't get credit for years. It's terrible because that's the whole point of like knowing who he is. But yeah, Bob Kane drew him as like purple and red, and the other guy suggested that they do it black and blue and whatnot. And I feel like a terrible Batman fan for not knowing this now off the top of my head. But anyway, and it stuck because again he blends in with the night and this and that.
Yeah.
The character, there's a character called like Zur-Ra. He's a Batman from another planet. His color scheme is based off the original Batman.
Well, see, like there was characters that they done like that. Like I think Bizarre is really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't like Superman. I think Superman is a cheap character. Like,
America?
like to create a character in a game. Like, how are you just gonna have the best of everything?
Well, you got to think though. He was the first DC character,
Gotta go big, go home.
and so he didn't have anybody. So he was literally just the Superman. Like if you had anyone who could do anything, what would he be? And that's kind of how he came to be. So I mean, at the time that he came from, that's fair. One of the more recent,
He's an alien.
yeah, one of the more recent-ish Comic Cons Alana and I went to. They had someone had a copy of Superman #1, and it was sealed and rated, but it was only rated at a 0.5 out of 10.
And Action Comics,
Yeah.
a 0.5 is really like you can get a 0.5 with just the cover.
Yeah. And they were still asking several thousands.
Oh yeah, but you got to realize like that stuff I can understand, because think of how many years that book's made it through.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's still one of the top selling books. I mean, like value wise, I don't think there's going to be anything to beat it that we'll ever see.
Oh yeah. I mean, the 9s and 10s go for millions.
Yeah.
I think the last Batman one that went up was like 3.5.
But that's like
Detective Comics 27 or 37.
that goes down to like the ridiculousness of it. Like, I'll never be able to afford that.
Even if I could afford it, I would question it.
My goal, my goal, like, so, how you are with like car parts. So my goal when I was collecting comics was like I would get my mind set on a certain one and I would go from there. For instance, I think it was like, I don't know, me and Chris was like, my buddy Chris was really the backdrop of a lot of my purchases that I probably didn't need to make, but I made anyway. We were talking one day and he was going through his comics and I was really kind of upset that I didn't have a signed like Stan Lee book. And I was like, screw it, I want to a Stan Lee stand book. But yeah, I screwed that up again. A Stan Lee signed book. But like you start thinking about it in the comic world, it's like, okay, well, you know, they can sign anything. But like, okay, well, what if I got I was like, well, let me think about, you know, Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters. I was like, so I have to get it to be a signed Spider-Man book. Then I wanted to go one above it, and I was like, I want it to be a key issue. And then I wanted to go above it, and I was like, it has to be a 9.6 or a 9.8. So on eBay, 5 minutes later, I've done made like a $400 purchase, and it's not a huge key, and it's not like a major like original number, like whatever, you know, it's not a first appearance, it's not anything like that. But the book that I got signed is actually, have you ever seen I don't know, I've never showed you the comics I have I?
No, because I would have come home.
We never make it that far. We get stuck at like in cars.
So have you ever seen the Skyline books? They're alternate covers, but they were doing like Spawn has one, Spider-Man has them. I don't think Batman has one to my knowledge. But the reason Spider-Man and Spawn have one is because Todd McFarlane has something to do with it. But what it is the book is shot like normal, like portrait view, and down the side of it is a skyline of a city, and it has to do with the city they're created in. And Spider-Man's, of course, is New York City, and then Spider-Man is falling. Well, it is not only signed by Stan Lee, but it is signed by everyone that's ever drew Spider-Man. So it's literally like Stan Lee, John Romita Jr., Todd McFarlane. Like there is a list of signatures on there that I don't even know.
I want either want 420 Batman 423 signed by Todd or Spider-Man 300 signed by Todd.
I would kill for a Spider-Man 300 signed by Todd, but at a 9.6 or a 9.8, you're looking at like a $5,000 book now. And I can't believe it. Like you used to be able to go and buy those books for like $200.
Yeah.
So I started. I think y'all will think this is pretty funny. So I don't know what clicked in my head, but when I first started, like, I guess really collecting comics, anytime I ever went to a new city or went somewhere, like on vacation, I made it a point to go to the local comic book shop, and I would always buy a Secret Wars 8. And I would take it out of the bag and board, and I would write on the back of the board where it came from and the date. Now I've stopped doing that, but I have like 8 copies of that book. And it was just like I understand that's not the first experience of Venom, but it's like the first appearance of the black suit.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't have that one. It's on my list of ones I want.
I'm trying to think, what is Batman 423?
It's the Todd McFarlane orange.
All right, so yeah,
orange
so I have all of those.
Wow.
I've always known those as called something else though.
I'm just thinking of the specific issue in my head. I don't have hold on. I don't have the actual book, but I have something with it on it.
What's the story called?
It's prior to Death in the Family, I think. So it's like leading up to finding Jason or something.
Yeah, but there's a certain name for these books, and I forgot it. Because he done like there's like 4 or 5, 2 or 3 different ones. Because in this one is when he saves that suicidal addict.
He's in the back trying to find something specific.
I can't think of the name of this.
I can't either. I don't know if I don't think I've ever seen a name. This one specifically. So this is my pop. One of the only pop figures I own.
Yeah.
But that
So
one.
I have that book and I have Spawn 230, which is that same cover for Spawn, but it's Spawn instead of Batman.
Right. This one. This is one of my. This one signed by Todd would be a holy grail for me.
So for the life of me, I can't think of what that is called, but there's like a couple of different series books that he done like that.
Yeah. And then we have. I've got a few things signed. I've got a. Denny O'Neil, the Dark Knight, Legend of the Dark Knight 1. I have that one signed by Denny. I've got that one I bought signed already. Somebody had it signed. And then we met Rob Liefeld. So I have 2 Deadpool Hot Wheels signed by Rob Liefeld. Because
I've got the first appearance of Deadpool.
Yeah, that one we could have had signed, but he was charging by the like what you had signed.
Yeah.
How expensive it's going to like get to. And so for like a regular comic, it was like $40 or $50 for him to like sign it. And for very specific ones, like the first appearance, it was like $100.
Yeah. So now, granted, you could flip that comic book if you wanted to for like $700, but
yeah, that's still just crazy.
So I had him sign 2 Hot Wheels cars, which he was unbelievably excited for. It was really funny because when we got to meet him, we got up, we were waiting in line. I like bring him these 2 Hot Wheels cars, and I sit him down. He looks down, he looks up, and he's like, "Oh, you were my first Hot Wheels cars." And I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yes." And he was like, he's exactly the human being you would expect to meet, like her to have come up with Deadpool.
Some of the things that he said, I was like, "Sir, you need to calm down."
Yeah, he's very off kilter, but it's great. It's a good time.
So the one key that I went out to like really get that it was probably the most expensive comic I've purchased in a single comic purchase. But I think it's like a 9.8 or a 9.6. My favorite comic book character actually isn't Spider-Man or any of that. Like I understand like we all talk about like the greatest, but my favorite comic book character is Phoenix. And I have X-Men 136, which is where she basically gains control of Phoenix.
Yeah.
And she starts using it for the good, and like Professor Xavier's like helping her. I have it signed by Chris Claremont.
Wow.
And Chris Claremont was one of those ones that like you don't just go find a Chris Claremont to like sign something. Like he wasn't signing anything.
Yeah. That's like I've got Batman Year 2 and Batman something Reaper. Both of them signed by the writer, and he's like in his 80s and never signs anything and never comes to the US because he's from London. And he was at Acme. Shout out to Acme Comics in Greensboro. And
We were out of town.
Yeah, we were out of town that week, and the guy that works there is a good friend of ours, and through mutual friends, I got the books to him, and he had them signed for me while I was out of town. So and returned them. So yeah, those are 2 of my favorites as well. That's a villain you never see or never saw again either. It was the Reaper after those 2 books. Kind of an interesting character.
Well, guys, it is after 10:30, so I'm going to call this one a night.
All right.
But it's definitely been fun chatting.
Like I said, I had to come on for the superheroes. It's my jam.
Even though you like the wrong ones, I guess. Come on. Nah, Batman's pretty cool. But thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Peace.
Peace out.